Thank you, Raquel, for a very lavish introduction. Kanang kumain, no, update na kami mag-introduce, update na kakay kumain, yung gagusta inan do-andong. Pasensya kayo ay kakailian, naunong sinata, ang gagustan ka na. I wish to warmly congratulate all the new graduates of SMSSI 2014. Amin kami is ng class 64, magigasin kami is ng napasan nyo ako may Sinteri si Wani nung nakapasa sa wala ng mamam. So, magigasin kami is pinagayo and we wish you well. Sabay kumata gawis ng daan ng Bismil ay inyo. Namay class 64, way siya ng isay kadagdag ay class. It's loaded with successful professionals and personalities. Wadada ng doktor, sayang langit tayo, kay nakaliman ng buhay doktor ni. Dr. David Longid, former three-time mayor of Cabarugis-Town in Quirino, is too sick to come. Let's include him in our prayers. And Dr. William Campos, nasugat ng accident the other day. Gawis lang tayo, kay nakasugat pinasawa ng ikapilitan ng insulida yung bagyo. Wadadanan successful businessman si Tanan, wadadanan papade, wadadanan nurses, wadadanan agriculturists, wadadanan accountants, wadadanan soldier, you name it, we have it in this class. How I wish I could introduce them properly to you with my bolas. So, even as I deliver my thoughts this evening, it is difficult for me to accept the fact that I was given the privilege and honor to speak in behalf of this class. Tay, abo naman, tigay namin kabaw kailangan na ito na. Ay sakin sa sanay tanggol ay estudyante. Ay bagsak sinan math, bagsak sinan physics. Iso ganan wali mas dawat no, apay na sakit ng pinilidas, silat samod na. Kanan si Dr. Campos, tayo salutunin, apay na sakit pala ng pinili. And he told me, you know, Tom, this is the winter of our lives. Natural law that takonan ay senior citizens are closer to our graves. Imbag kinda kami, tayo wala ko ng may sukat ay kumalkali ng sikar, maay. Sikaran ng kumali. Sana ay very clear, ay imbagan ng class ko, kananda. Which is more aktuman, pakinding dayaw na. Masabol ay katalim ng Sagada, tatulungan na ng gawi sa SCLA ay nagapwanta ko. Itsan Tamalya. Ito ng ikakanan ay ng St. James Ibisawit, abo ng enrollment na. Daktil ng enrollment na, dapat nangatog kita ng tuition fee. Despite the presence of national government high school nearby, which offers almost free tuition. Ito ng ikakana, similarly, All Saints Elementary School ay daktil ng enrollment na dapat there are free elementary schools around Bondo. Kasamot ako si Mary, sabi niya, basit ng enrollment na isuma kanila upay ng intod. Dato natin sa kayo, assignment ay man sa giit sinang ni kakailyak yung sa School of Sagada. Even as I I cannot kaliyak, but I have to actually flatter myself. Dahil do'y mungkat ng awak ko yan. Tapno, nakanakin, I have to imagine, I have to believe that through my instance, my classmates want to show that there is a difference when one studies and grows up in a school, in a good Christian school like St. Mary's School. That we are not only speaking of the quality of academic education that we can acquire in a school like Eskwelahan Kapuisan. More importantly, it is the sense of self-worth that one can develop in a school like St. Mary's. That despite one's limitations and failures, you do not lose faith in yourself, in what you can become and in what you can do. That SMSSI can build in its students the capacity to hope rather than to despair, to be able to light the candle but to curse the dark, and to be able to share a part of yourself so that others can live better lives. No siya kumarin ng pasok ay mapadayawan ng tunay. Yung takmo makasit ay magipatumpal is ng nagagsit ay biling ay internal classmates ko. Let me start by taking you back 2 decades ago of SMS history, where the school suffered one of its worst financial crises, where as a consequence the quality of education went down because the school can no longer acquire the necessary facilities and textbooks that are essential for quality education. And more importantly, to be able to hire new bright teachers, given the fact that the old teachers were retiring and that the new teachers are opting to go to public schools where they were offering higher pay. Iso nga paralo din situation ini. But I recall is that various stakeholders such as the PTTA, the bishops, the local alumni, the community, who raised the alarm for SMS, that part of deliberations that was to seriously consider handing St. Mary's School to government. But in one of the meetings of the Board of Trustees of St. Mary's, the elder alumni of SMS, most notably the late Frank Irinus Lugin, the Engineer Bumastan, si Father Killip, among others, declared in the strongest terms that there is no other option for St. Mary's School than to remain as a private Christian institution of learning. We were not able to see through these arguments or through the wisdom of that argument or that advice. Yung gana is na nabayag sa kanipay ma-appreciate di ay impagada. Ngayon, at this point, sulpuwak din mo mailang ako no apay nuwala ng kagawis ng makwari private school. Aliyakin lang kanan in malitan public school. Ang kanan na in wala ng gawis ay advantage ng private school. So at this point, we also have to acknowledge the invariable role of Dr. Dennis Faustino, who retired early from Makati, from International School, Manila, so that he can offer his services for SMSSI. Being an accomplished educator, educator Rachel, sa part sa introduction, being an accomplished educator and an artist, si Dennis developed a curriculum for St. Mary's that can meet international educational standards. He in fact pioneered for St. Mary's its version of the K-12 education program, which the Department of Education adopted much later. Under his straight and close supervision, our teachers at St. Mary's are now highly equipped with the latest skills and methods of teaching different subjects in high school, and in fact, at present, St. Mary's carries the status as a training center for teachers in the province and in the region. Noong apat na napakilan ng St. Mary's ay abantiya ito na, it's in large part because it is a private school. Non-private school, it can formulate its own curriculum that responds to its particular mission or vision without so much government interference or restriction. So ang amin po ay specialist in education, like Dennis Faustino, ang muna ay mag-ianap sinong gawin sa direction ng curriculum ako. But even while we indulge in academic discourse over this new educational concept at St. Mary's, what is important probably at the end of the day, what is significant is how our products of SMSSI are performing in their academic journey and in their life. Then gave me a copy of a long list of achievements of our products. Give me just a few. Tatlo ma-appreciate ako na bigay makmakuha ni isna. Tapos pangalikan isna na ay kankanan na rin National Career Assessment Exams, which took over the former NCEE, National Collegiate Entrance Exam. Naila ni averages for several years. No akin ni bagat natin kung mailat ako ng progression na ay ng makmakuha ni. Let's just start with 2008. I mean 78% ng average ng SMS Plus, I mean LSD, and then in 2009, naging 84, 2010, 86%, 2011, 87, 2012, 88%, that in last year, may balin ay 93.58%, that in Wani ay school year, may balin 92.89%. Above average ng last 3 years ay meda. So this latest 3 years performance has placed SMSSI as among the top 1,000 high schools of around 5,000 high schools in the entire Philippines. But because of this achievement, our school is a recipient of medal award and one scholarship for education at the University of the Philippines, and this is granted by the Insular Life Foundation. Habang nasa 1,000 ng top 1,000, receive ng eskwelahan na ko sa kanil today. In terms of college or university acceptance performance, for all high school graduates in the province, it is on record that our St. Mary's products are fared better than other graduates from other schools. Many of our graduates have passed the entrance exams into the best universities of the Philippines as compared with other graduates. Just kasapay, wala nang binigay Japanese institute in the Philippines ay makmakwaning NYK PDJ Maritime Academy. NYK is the biggest maritime company in Japan, and it has established a school in the Maritime Institute in the Philippines. Offer na ang pinay makapass ng entrance exam na makagraduate still ensured ng employment time to the company with very high pay. But ng graduates na kung St. Mary's, abo ng ganang ininong pitmasasli. In fact, now the NYK PDJ Institute recognizes SMSSI as its feeder school from the north. It's already one compared to other graduates. Ito na These are solid. Indicators that SMSSI is well on the road to very high academic performance. Natunanan mabuyaan na ay ng SMSSI kung natunan performance ko na. And still of great significance, of course, to the life of St. Mary's that deserves our highest praises and thanks is the spirit, the initiatives and sacrifices of the St. Mary's School Alumni Association worldwide. Indeed, the greatest support that keeps St. Mary's School alive and moving on its feet up to the present is the invaluable work and efforts of our SMS alumni, whether in their personal or organized capacities. Iso nga kasi ako palakpakan ng alumni. For you fresh graduates of SMSSI, your work is a very competitive work. It demands higher and higher levels of education and more specialized learning in the various fields and disciplines. There is no way that your world will go back to its primitive social and economic conditions. In terms of jobs and employment, millions around the world are graduating each year with college diplomas, and the playing field is full. All of them will be looking for work or employment. Siya nang dinasan sa ay batawayo. Ano yung ipagpagalog ay sinusong niya ng biyak, kuno yung maklakan ng kasasaan, digwanin. In this context of local or global competitiveness, as anong naman sa takot ng SMSSI, will it deliver, will it be able to deliver, or will it be relevant? Siya nang iba-ibagata ko na is ng parents, yan ang eskwela tako. Ay ng SMSSI ay reinvigorating and re-engineered curriculum can offer quality education with sound spiritual values. Itapik na tayo namin aluay umuyak ng eskilaan. Wala na ng eskwela ay kalkalin ng principal yan ng teachers. Tayo ay walay binayolenda. Kaya may kanang aning mabaybayan ng oskila in St. Mary's mababantayan na ay gawis, mapaayagan ng parents na. Iso nga nag-growth na, nag-values na, way anita ko may gawis ni sa ibuyan na. So, without much doubt, mabalik nga anita ko abos ng duwa-duwa, ay ng SMSI na mabalik ay pa, it can prepare its students to be able to face a world that is full of uncertainties. Siya na sa legacy of advice that our elder alumni have left for us. Let this SMSSI be different because it can make a difference. 50 years ago, during our 4th year class at SMS, we were made to memorize and recite a poem, an elegy written in the country churchyard by one of England's greatest poets, Ariakamon si John Milton Dick. This was part of our examinations in English literature, I remember. And the poem is a full 16 stanzas. I'm sure that 50 years later, most, if not all of us, cannot recall a single stanza of that 16 stanza poem. But there is one line that resonates over the years, and it says, "Full many a flower is born to blush and sing, and waste its sweetness in the desert air." Lahat ng significance ko na ay line. Just one verse. Only one verse, but it helps to define the philosophical basis upon which St. Mary's was founded by the early missionaries in this part of the world. People in this mountain region were wonderful human beings with great potentials, but were never granted the opportunities to prove and show their worth to the world. Many of our ancestors or parents, maybe 2 generations or 3 generations removed from us, were flowers born to blush and sing, and wasted their sweetness in the mountain air to draw from the point. Kaya na ay matern ng simbahan, yan ang uskilaan ako, isa ay mabuya ng kinagawis, yan ang kinakabakling ako ay mugawis na. Amoy iskindat ako ay sagada, nungan ng kasasaad ako idwanin, nungan ng dayaw, yasaat ko is naglawlaw. May dua-dua ay dakil na itud ng trabaho yung kakadaan ng simbahan yan ang uskilaan ko in Santa Maria. In whatever measure Sagada has reached at this stage of its history, there is no doubt that much of what we are now, both as a place and as a community, we owe much of it to the work of the Church and the presence of a good school like St. Mary's. The chain effects of the presence of St. Mary's or the Church over the years can never be measured. Nanamot ako, bigay yung baknang di Santa Maria na tapuwa ay Sagada. Datakonan ng usal ay permi isagay uskilaan. So nga, noamot ako nung dahil ng yaman ay Sagada. Mabalit ko nga, badahan ako na may uskilaan ay kanoy ng ikakanan na ay is alumni. Ay ako ay bakit namin taga-Sagada. Ngayon is ng ringnada, imit po gawda, gapon is ng adal ay kinalada in Santa Maria, iso nga is ng gasinda, isong-sublida, is ng listed dagay, mang-suporta is ng uskilaan. Sapay kumatak ka nito, takot kumagabos di, at ako ay taga-Sagada. Amoy tako, tayo naigdatan na is ng mismo ay pantot ako. Kaya siya nang ipugawang tako di. At way, ayaw, way kagandis sa gilid. Ngayon, patong ko, ibali, I had a dream. Ay nagaksak kami jubilarians. Ay re-reunion. I was so happy that I expressed to God ng kasi ko kanak is nalulakot din pangasim ako Diyos ta agtap kasi sa akin is sa tsansa is kasi maki-amongan sinanay na classmates ko kay nagbayan ay 50 years nung tapinan nila kami nila. And so God was so generous in my dream. So, agtaksin as another 50 years, tapuan ay magsabsabak kasi sinanay na kay classmates mo. I told you a while ago, I am very poor in math. So guys, ang mag-iwak sa iwak, kung computer, then, alipay sa kung 107 years old, si ako Diyos is another 50 years. So madakit ka na, wala kasi pangasin mo Diyos, tanang, if mo ay niyali, ipasok lang, kung saan may classmates ko. Nalaing dawat ko, palakan sa no sa kami madagdagot kasi pangasin tayo sa bimod sa dinamit. Ngayon, bakit isang katang ano pag-barbecue ang tayo na sinayas ng lugo. So my classmates, please enjoy your next 50 years. Iskil lang kayo pa ay fresh graduates ng SMSSI. Amo ay nanrik na yung inwani kanigmit lain sa nanrik nami 50 years ago. Go ahead and dream. You should have the capacity to dream. But take note, dreaming and becoming are oceans of difference. You have to study and work hard. Sharing advice, practice, lugidi. Ay isa'y amalo, isa'y amata ko. Mahirap, taanapan ko sa hard work lang and study. May tendency solution na. Iso nga, at the moment, na you have your own dreams, your personal dreams. I tell you that some of you will not reach your destination like myself. Ngayon, bakindi is makaitid. Ikakana, destiny ay kananda, baka wala ang purpose mo rin yung will fail ka. It may come by accident, it can come by purpose. But destiny waits for all of those who strive to be of use and purpose. And above all, remember that time flies. Napaspas na kawin makipusta akin na kayo ay first graduates in Wani. Magilu kayo after 50 years ay kayo na nagkakan with Wani. Sigurado ay yung kanagos na naawa kayo yan ng nyo. Ayaw ito na napipigkakan sa 50 years ay kayo. In short, 50 years is very short. In short, life is very short. In short, do not waste your time. Thank you.